I was meeting up with some girlfriends that I went to school with here locally, and I had a gut feeling like I shouldn't have necessarily been with them that night. I just should have followed that gut feeling, and I didn't. We ended up going to a party about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and that's really the last moment I truly remember.
About 3 years ago, my cousin passed away. She drowned in a swimming pool, and it was really traumatizing for my family and for me. And I needed to do something positive and get out of that funk. So almost every Friday for about 3 years now, around 4 o'clock, we go to the square and we do free hugs, and the response is overwhelming. People love it, and it's great, and it makes me feel good.
I've been followed home by trucks full of people with Confederate flags in the bed. Everyone thinks it's kind of like, I'm poking the bear, or I'm asking for these things, but it doesn't matter who I am. I could be one of the biggest criminals, or I could be a black man with a PhD. If there's some well-meaning bystander that calls the police on me, there's a very high chance that I could lose my life right then and there.
I spent 3 hours locked in a closet with 3 men shouting for this devil or demon to come out of me, and really just being told that I had done something at 13 that was bad enough that I had somehow opened up my body for this other entity to come in.
I was diagnosed with depression when I was 15, and that's sort of just always been an underlying current in my life. My anxiety came much later in life and seems to run parallel with depression now. Both play a pretty strong role in the inner voice in my head and the negative thoughts that come with that. Most days I'm not okay, but I'm happy to be here.
We all have dreams, and most of the immigrants have a eye on economic dream of prosperity, easy life, quality road, good buildings, better education, highest welfare. But then in the pond of the welfare, we have to not only be a consumer, we also have an obligation to contribute something.
The pressure was building and building and building, and you're trying to keep yourself together. Just one more show, just one more interview, and everything will finally be okay. But it's not.
When the state of Pennsylvania legalized medicinal cannabis, it felt like it just felt like a big weight, was lifted, that finally I could get the medicine that I needed to live a better life and have a better quality of life, not only for me, but my family and the people around me.
The first thing we learn is to translate. So we have to first have to translate, a word from our language to the new language. And most of the time when we're translating, we're not translating accent, we're translating the word. So that's why a lot of us end up with our original Spanish accent, or whatever quote unquote country accent you have. Because all we do is just translating. We're not translating the accent, but the actual word, sentences, questions, phrases, or whatever.
You go through this period of mourning and of feeling like you failed or you did something. And it's taken me a really long time to be like, I didn't choose this. I didn't pick this. When I was getting ready to go back to work, I'm a master's level clinician, and they wanted to put me down doing stuff with the associate's levels because they were like, well, you're unreliable. And I'm like, I'm not unreliable, I got sick.
Somehow I saw a news article about surrogacy and I didn't really understand it. And I got on my little Mac with dial-up internet modem and just researched surrogacy and just knew in my heart this was something that I needed to do. There is nothing that compares when they see and get to hold their baby for the first time. It's just so much joy. Plain and simple, just pure joy.
I spent 25 years of my life as a lesbian woman. Transitioned to being a man about 26 years old until I had transitioned and finally become okay with myself. I spent these years just being miserable because I didn't understand myself and who I was. And when I stopped running from all of those things, I just let kind of the truth of myself come to me, and I started living that truth. I found a woman, fell in love, got married here, and I've never been happier. You'll spend the rest of your life making everybody else happy, you'll never be happy. So my best advice is just to be who you are.